Welcome, dear friends. Take a moment to settle in. Today's story is one of hope and strength, a story that reminds us that even in our weakest moments, God's power shines brightest. We all face moments when we feel weak, when we feel like we can't go on. But in those moments, God has something powerful to show us. Let's open the Bible to 2 Corinthians 12, 7-10. The Apostle Paul, who had been through much in his life, shares something deeply personal, something that will speak to your heart today. Paul writes, "To keep me from becoming conceited, because of these surpassingly great revelations, there was given me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me." Imagine that for a moment Paul had experienced incredible things. He had seen visions and heard things that others couldn't even begin to comprehend. But even with all of that, he was given a thorn, something painful, something that caused him to suffer. We don't know exactly what the thorn was. Some say it could have been a physical ailment, others a deep emotional burden. But whatever it was, it caused Paul great distress, and he prayed earnestly to God, asking 3 times for it to be removed. "God, take it away. I can't bear it anymore." Perhaps you've said something similar. "God, why is this happening to me? Why won't this pain go away?" Paul continued his plea for help, and listen to how God responded to him in 2 Corinthians 12:9. God said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." God was telling Paul, and he's telling you today, that his grace is enough, that in your weakness, his power will be revealed, not in your strength, not in your ability to handle it all, but in your surrender to him. Paul went on to say, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." He recognized that it wasn't about his own strength, it was about God's strength, working through him. Even in the hardest of times, God's power was there. And Paul learned that weakness doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you to experience God's strength in a way you never could before. Can you imagine being able to say, "I will boast in my weakness"? Most of us try so hard to hide our weaknesses. We try to cover them up, pretending we're strong. But God says something different. He invites us to come just as we are, in all our brokenness, our pain, and our vulnerability, because that's when he can truly work in us. In verse 10, Paul writes, "For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities, for when I am weak, then I am strong." What a powerful declaration! When I am weak, then I am strong, because in our weakness, we make room for God to do what only he can do. Let this truth sink into your heart today. God's grace is sufficient. His power is made perfect in your weakness. Whatever you're going through right now, whether it's a loss, a struggle, or a fear you can't seem to shake, God is with you, and he's working in ways you might not even see yet. In Isaiah 40:29, God promises, "He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." When you feel like you have nothing left to give, when you feel like you can't go on, God will strengthen you. He will lift you up, and he will show you that even in your weakest moments, you are strong because of his power within you. In Philippians 4:13, we're reminded, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Not through our own strength, but through his. So no matter what you're facing, know that you are never alone, and that his grace is enough for you. If you find yourself in a difficult place right now, take comfort in this truth. Your weakness is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you are open to God's power, that you are relying on Him and not on your own abilities. And when you feel like you're at the end of your strength, that's when God's strength can shine the brightest. He's not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to trust Him in the midst of your struggle, to allow Him to work through your weakness. In 2 Corinthians 1:3-4, we're reminded, God is the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Your struggle may feel personal, but it's never just for you. As God strengthens you, He's preparing you to help others. He's allowing you to be a witness to His grace, so that when others face their storms, you can share with them the hope that you've found in your own journey. So today, know that it's okay to be weak, it's okay to need help, and it's okay to rely on God's strength instead of your own. Because when you are weak, then you are strong in Him. Take a moment to breathe, release your worries and doubts, and trust that God's grace is more than enough. He will carry you through, and His power will be made perfect in your weakness. Amen.